I'm making face mask. I'm gonna share the recipe with you. I'm testing it out while we do the video. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that all of our utensils have been sprayed with alcohol. They've all been cleaned with bleach and Dawn and dried. And now I'm just showing you that cleaning and sanitizing with alcohol is a third step, and it also gets all moisture out of your containers as well. And then we'll let that sit and evaporate while we work. And I use that 91% that you get at Walmart or whatnot. And I made an absolute mess measuring all this stuff up. And I decided to measure it all up. This was our finished product. And I think this is the way to sell this stuff. This is my notion on the whole thing. So, here's the recipe. Get your pen and paper out. Pause the video right now. Okay. All right. You ready? Okay. 2 cups of food grade activated charcoal. Woohoo! All right. 1/2 cup ground turmeric. 1/2 cup thyme ground. 1/2 cup marjoram. Woohoo! We're making steam. 1/2 cup rosemary. You can take all those spices up to a cup except for the turmeric. We might end up being too staining, although I don't know what I'm worried about because we're putting 2 cups. We're putting 2 cups of food grade activated charcoal in there, but whoo-hoo. Anyway, so we're putting 1 cup spirulina powder, and 1 cup chickweed ground herb in here. And we are putting 1 cup cleaver's herb. Oh, let me get that where you can see it. And I just did a video talking about these herbs. It's probably going to be listed under Bulk Apothecary Haul. And I'll put some things down in the description. And then we're going to put, now I'm using this blender of mine because I thought this would be a safer way to do it with less puff. Okay, as you can see, we got puff. So I'm letting the puff out. And then I'm taking the lid off. And now I'm going to turn it down where you can see the table more. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so now we are going to put 5 pounds of bentonite clay in here. This is the Volcanic Clay. And then we are going to add our spices. and herbs. So by putting it in that blender, I think I cut down on my mixing time. We will see. And this is just a slow process of slowly incorporating these ingredients. Now, everybody likes to stay away from preservatives as much as possible. And so this is an idea that I came up with or I thought I come up with it. Somebody else may have come up with it too. But this is what I decided so that I could sell it without preservatives. I could take this stuff and sell it as a powder, and then the customer will then mix it with water or fruit juice and apply it to the face. And you can even put advisories about adding a drop of tea tree and 5 drops of lavender or whatnot. You can figure up your percentages. You remember you need to stay with 2% on essential oils and no more than 1% on tea tree in the total batch. And of course we can't add tea tree and things like that here because we're selling it in a powdered sense. But often customers commonly have tea tree in the home, and many have lavender. So we could institute directions for adding to the batch. And I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. And of course, activated charcoal draws impurities out of the skin. So it's great for skin care. Woo! Should have worn my coat. All right, so now let's test out my theory. Now this is for personal use, so I don't have to worry about alcohol in this. I just need to use clean utensils, and those are that I'm using here. So if we take 1 tablespoon of this here and put it in here, and then we get us some hot water going because we've got activated charcoal, so we need hot water. Okay, so we're going to start with 2 tablespoons water and 1 tablespoon bentonite clay mask that we've just made. So that was 2 tablespoons water, 1 tablespoon mask. You can use fruit juice. And then we could add 1 drop of tea tree and probably 2 drops of lavender to this if we wanted to. And then this is enough for a customer to use to cover the face and so there you go. Now we're talking total mask ready to go that then can be applied to the skin. Anything, eczema patches, Polaris patches, any kind of abrasions, rash, boils, anything of that sort, acne, facial mask, full body mask. This right here will do it to it. And we'll let this dry. And as you can tell, I'm dry. And I'm gonna go take this off and we're gonna see how I look. Ah, that's my last, no, one more. Ah. It's a monster. It's the essential soap monster at the Cornerstone Market. Okay. Boy, my skin feels awesome. Totally awesome, my skin feels. Got my bangs a little wet and whatnot, and I think it made my complexion feel really nice. And I don't know, it looks like from the camera that maybe some of the red's gone. So let's package this up. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our cups, and I've tore this one out on the thing, and we're going to fill it. And I think 4 ounces is going to be safe with the lid. I think you might could get 5 ounces in there. Let's see. Yep. I think 5 ounces is going to be perfect. There we go. And now our customers can get this preservative free, make up just enough for their use, and be done with it. I'm going to sell this size possibly also at the market. I buy these from SKS bottles, and I'm just going to keep filling these up to the 5 ounce mark. There we go. And putting the lids on them immediately, as this stuff is, you know, puffs and gets away from you like crazy. There we go. And so I'm going to keep filling these up, and then I'll bring you back and let you know how many containers I got filled out of this batch. And remember, it's 1 tablespoon of the mask to up to 2 tablespoons water. They could actually make it a little drier if they wanted to. And I'm letting the extra air out. All right, so I'll bring you back. Okay, I have made my labels. Cornerstone Market by Essential Soap, Bentonite Herbal Clay Mask, Bentonite Clay, Activated Charcoal, Cleavers, Chickweed, Spirulina, Turmeric, Thyme, Rosemary, Marjoram. Directions: add 1 part powder to 2 parts hot water. Use after mixing. You can add 1 drop of tea tree essential oil if desired. 5 ounces, $10 each. customer service phone number, and website address. And so here we go. Putting these on. And we have made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And we would have made 20, but I had taken just a little bit out of the 5 pounds of bentonite clay to do a pre-test on the recipe. And of course, then that caused me to be just a touch shy, and it was like 4.5 ounces on that last one there. So I'll use that for personal use. And what's so awesome about this is the customer adds their own water to a small portion, so there's no water or anything in here that can mold, no reason to put in preservative, and so we can do this preservative free. And that's a wonderful opportunity for a lot of us that don't like to use preservative. I do use preservative a lot. I won't sell anything liquid without my preservative. But since this is not in a liquid state, then we don't have to. Now, if you want to sell it in a liquid state and add essential oils to it, you would add no more than 2% essential oil, and you would add no more than 1% of that 2%, as in to be tea tree, and you would add. And now you play with this. This is drying up real nice on my arm. I can feel it drawing. I can feel the drawing. So anyway, so you would add, and you can play with this on yourself too. After you make this recipe, if you're going to add liquid, you're going to have to add 1% preservative. But now you could also add vitamin E to this, which would be wonderful. And you could add, and let me get my magic marker or a pen. We're going to write tester on this one, and then this is what I mixed up, and so I'll show people both stages, powder and liquid, and how they can make it. And then you could add a vitamin E to this. You can add 1% preservative. I recommend the Optifin. And you can add water to this. I don't recommend using fruit juice, which the customer would be able to substitute fruit juice for water. And you want to ensure that you weigh your clay mixture after it's done. And you can figure that up by and you can't really figure that up in ounces because the powder doesn't weigh the same as liquid, so therefore it's not a liquid measurement. So you can't say 8 ounces of this and 8 ounces, which was a cup, 8 ounces this. You're going to have to weigh each item out and know its actual weight, and then you would have to measure out your hot water and slowly add it till you get to the right consistency, and you would have to measure your water as you go. So like if you add a cup of water, that's 8 ounces liquid, measure it on your scale to be sure, mix that, add another cup of hot water, add another cup of hot water until you get it the consistency that you want. Then you're going to have to add all of those things up how much water and how much powder that you put in there, and then you can figure out your percentage of 1% on your tea tree and 1% or 2% total of essential oils, and you can figure up your 1% on the Optifin, and then you'd have to work that throughout the whole product, which will be difficult because of how thick this stuff is, and whatnot. And that's how you could, if you wanted to make it up as a face mask that is already made. And predominantly, being able to sell it in a powder and then the customer mixes it up themselves, then they can use it preservative free and then throw away whatever they don't use. On my website, I'll give more specific directions and more specific precautions about throwing away and stuff. And as you can see, here I was thicker and it's still dry. But here it is drying up and making a nice face mask. Once you get water on it, well, hang on, I'll just show you that. Okay. Once you take and you wet it like this, as it starts, you can scrub with the remainder. You can scrub and use it as a scrub there at the end. The dried particles. I got my dishes in there from when I was working with it, and it's actually made me red from the drawing out process. You can actually, or maybe it was I scrubbed too hard, but you can actually see it. But anyway, let me feel. Oh Lord, yes, that feels awesome. And I'm Irish, so I get red when I'm happy, red when I'm sad, red when I'm cold, red when I'm hot, and red if you rub my skin. I just turn red real easy. My face just turns into a tomato when you scrub it real good, and then it goes back normal. So as you can see, the color's already starting to go away in the red. That's just my gene pool, as they say. But feel-wise, oh, sorry, I've lost some fingernail polish here in doing this. Oh, that feels good. You can feel a serious difference when you rub your hand on here. It just slides right here. It's like, yep, that's some awesome stuff. All right, everybody. That is our recipe. I put my hair up to wash my face. That is our recipe. Just wash that man right out of my hair. Anyway, that's our recipe. And we would have got 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we would have got 20, but I took out a small portion of the bentonite clay to do a test batch before I made it. So that cut me down. Of course, we had a lot of puff stuff going everywhere, and I'm going to be cleaning for who knows when. And so anyway, so our bentonite clay recipe is all done, and I hope you enjoyed it. And whatnot, and I hope that you enjoy it on your face. Ooh, it made me feel good. And it draws, and plus it's got beneficial things like rosemary for the skin, turmeric for the skin. Turmeric gives a beautiful complexion. So in any case, I hope, and of course the cleavers and the chickweed and the spirulina, awesome for the skin, awesome for problem skin. So anyway, so do some research on each one of those herbs when it comes to skin uses. Go to Google, put in like cleavers, skin benefits and uses would be a way to go for that. I did go over some of that on my previous video on the, it's a bulk apothecary haul video, and I am uploading that video now, so it'll be there by the time this one is, and they'll probably just be side by side on my channel under new uploads. So anyway, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching my commercials. It helps me immensely. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching my commercials here on YouTube. Thank you so much for using my Essential Depot link. And everybody go to, if you want to buy some soap from me, or if you'd like to buy some of this awesome clay mixture, you can go to www.essential-soaps.com. That's essential-soaps.com. That's SOAPS.com. And you can also go to my Soapers Help website, www.kimberlymcnutt.com. So that's KIMBERLYMCNUTT. No dash in the middle on that one. I got there first. All right. So here is our clay mixture. And I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. All right. Bye, everybody. It's not no fun when my face ain't black and green. Bye, everybody.